Okay, YouTube, a quick midweek update. Midweek is unusual for me in the past because it was always dark by the time I got home. It is Tuesday, March 24th, 2015. And the figs looking good. I have had these in the ground since about September of last year. They were potted when I bought them. They still have, nursery tags. But happy to see it actually has figs on it. I pointed that out in an earlier video, I believe, but I'm pretty sure now those are figs. Never grown a fig. And this guy, of course, is the Celeste fig. I don't know if there's anything really pertinent in there. So that's doing well, and you can see the leaf out is coming along. Oh yeah. I'm going to try to protect the camera from the wind a little bit. I realize some of the videos have been pretty windy. Alright, the turkey fig, same situation, leafing out well. I don't see too many baby figs on this one, maybe some on this one, possibly. Another reason I'm doing this video today is that we, as of today, have 100% success with everything surviving. And what I mean by that is we've had 2 holdouts in all of this. And one was Asian pear, and one was one apple tree. Out of all the rest of everything else has been growing. So I was really excited to show you. So our first Asian pear is clearly doing okay. It's throwing out a flower, I believe. It's got plenty of other growth in other places. And this guy, he's been worrying me. His rootstock's been doing well. I just pulled off some greenery that was growing off of the rootstock. The rootstock's doing real well. But I don't know if you'll see it, but right there. Again, I don't know if y'all can see it. A little green sprout, that's all that matters. A little green is all you mean. That'll work. So, that's good enough for me. Then this particular apple, of the 3 apples, you can see, oh, it's 2 places. I didn't even notice the other one. Yeah, you can definitely see it. It's splitting. Yep, we're looking good. And this was Fiji. This guy was Granny Smith. And this bigger guy in the back is Sierra Beauty. I think this will be the only red apple. But they're coming along. Okay. Hasn't been too long since the last video, so. But even in that amount of time, things have gotten crazy. This guy's already flowered profusely, and it's actually the flowers have already fallen off, a lot of the petals. But yeah, this guy's flowering. Yeah, these guys are just now coming out. Now, again, I didn't expect them to do anything this year. I just think it's awesome that it did. Healthy plant. Thanks, treesofantiquity.com. The other plum, again, you do see this occasionally, is the rootstock is actually growing. Leaves off of it, I'll have to keep that off. But, yeah. Now I see a little, maybe it's wilting or maybe it's just growing too fast. I don't really know which. But the sun's been real bright and warm today for really the first good sunny warm day all day. So I don't know if the roots can even support all that yet or how much of a root system they have. Time will tell. The Burbank plum cot doing well. Definitely a different color leaf than the plums and the pluot. The plum cot, maybe that's more coppery tone, maybe more indicative of the apricot heritage. You can see there's definitely some colorings that are just not the same as these other guys. Just a little darker. And this is the Dapple Dandy. Again, just a little more lighter green, but they're bushing out wonderfully. You can see, oh yeah. Awesome. Okay. Moving on to the almond. Try not to shake the camera, guys. It's doing pretty well. Bushing out nicely. Yep, looking good. And the pomegranates. The sweet and the ever-sweet. Sweet was a little slower to get going, but is clearly going. As you can see it right in there. All that good stuff. All up and down. Now his brother over here is doing substantially better, actually. Yeah, right all there. Nice. And these guys like to shrub, so there's lots of little side branches. Look at all that. But it's coming off of a side shoot off the bottom. The extra raspberry, quote unquote, that got put in the bucket. This is the first one that showed me this, so I had to start looking in the other bed. This is making flowers too. Oops, sorry. Yep, making flowers. I don't know how that works on the berries, whether you should like not let them flower the first year or whatever. I don't think it's gonna hurt them too bad. Still haven't got anything done with the proposed blueberry patch. I did move the one with less flowers on it closer to the one with the most, kind of downwind for this area. Maybe a little cross-pollination. I haven't seen a lot of bees. I was seeing bees all winter, and I have a flowering, cauliflower, broccoli that I let flower out in a pot all winter, and they were in there feeding, but I don't know, maybe these last freezes maybe did some of them in. Okay, the cherries doing outstanding. We'll come over here to this guy. Looking pretty. Some sort of little red knots on them. I don't know what that is. Just the way the leaves grow, I guess. I don't know if y'all can see that. These little red knots at the beginnings of them, the leaves. And this is our lapins. Over there is the Skeena. Skeena, and then of course Napoleon. Napoleon is even starting to kick off real good. I cut him back severely. And apparently it worked out well how I spaced them. I wanted to put more vigorous plants to the back, this being my south direction towards me. So these two guys, then this guy was in the front, and hey, it worked out that way, so they won't overshadow him anytime soon, hopefully. The berries, the actual berry patch, oh, y'all can see I added a little mulch over there just a while ago. Grass starting to come up, but yeah, they're kicking right off. They ain't scared at all. And I don't know if you can see it there, but there's some flowers starting to form in that area. This guy. This is the raspberries. That bottom growth is actually coming from under the ground. And you can see that in a couple places throughout these beds. There's some in the forefront and in the back. They're kicking off real well. Well, heck, let me go in the fence. Just a quick view. Look at that stuff. To my eye, natural eye, that is a beautiful red to that. The little spikes are very, very red. Very pretty. Yeah, they're in no danger of dying back at this point. I'm really, I am surprised. I'm surprised everything made it. Well, this variety is flowering a lot more vigorously than the ones before it. As you can see, and again, it's not that focused. Stuff coming out from the ground level. That yellow guy, he's got flower pods. That one does too. I can see in the distance that one, but you probably can't. Coming down to the blackberries. This is the world's largest, quote unquote. Got a little dead growth on it there. But it's coming right back off of that broken stem, as you can see, no problems. And this guy, he's coming from under the ground. Oops, sorry. As you can see, that's all fresh growth. Huh. Awesome. This guy, the stick that we bought, actually died. And see, that's not even attached to that, hardly. It's all ground growth. And the oliettes. The oliettes are your, I guess, standard blackberry. And they're kicking off real good. I mean, they're just looking pretty. Real lush. Even coming from under the ground. Awesome. I don't see too many flower pods or anything on these. That guy right there, he's really got a lot of under the ground growth coming up. Alright. Quick run to the kiwis and we'll end this video. Backside shot. Cherries. Okay. Kiwis doing great. One of my females looking good. She's got good growth. Nice and pretty. I just don't think the colors are coming through for you guys. This is such a beautiful little pink. It's just really nice. Something I noticed, as a side note, when I had topped these things, we had the soil in the box, but not the mulch. Saw something growing in here today. I went to pull it out. It's some of the cuttings. I left them in there before we put the mulch down, and they're under there growing. There's a whole other kiwi plant coming off of some of the cuttings of what I took off of it. So I've been leaving it covered. I'm gonna let it grow for a little while. If it actually acts like it's going to, and I dig it up and it's got roots, I'm gonna try to transplant it. That'll be a female. Hopefully there's a male in there. But the male's doing great. All that's new growth. I mean, that's all new stuff, and he's wrapping. Yep. Good stuff. And the last female kiwi. And she's kicking like Van Damme. Looking good. Awesome, man. All right. There's another one under here too, somewhere. I buried it back from a cutting. Well, that was a quick video. Again, March 24th. Things are moving forward so great, you guys. All right, we'll talk to you soon.